So like, don't wait for me and then go for a pint because I always need a drink after this or anything.
Well, I'll
jerk face.
drink slow and you can come join me.
I don't want 2 cars downtown. Jeez Louise. You're a butt. I love you though.
Big about as I used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Did not mean to fuck up your headphones.
I wonder if the leather behind me will raise questions. Should roll that up. I was just cutting. I cut some samples to take to Dina.
Oh, okay.
So. Okay, what else? I want to whore us out a couple other places.
Is that better?
Sure.
Jesus, cat.
Jamming Club.
I'll go
Stream
warm the kids.
shooting.
They're getting ready to stream.
Please do. And I have to make sure it goes to the right, I should open our stream to see if it's going the right place. Because I switched, I had to switch the thing, the stream key.
Mm. Yeah, I had to do that for, I was doing a live stream for the Patreon, the patrons on in Glitter Dice, and I had to switch out on OBS.
Hit me
Carvana
T
is
first.
the only place where you
Please.
can buy a car from click to delivery.
Sorry, I'm listening.
100% online.
No, it was confusing because I was like, I don't like live streaming on YouTube, but that's how the patrons get their patron live stream is through YouTube. So I was just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, where?
Their patron live stream is through YouTube, so I was just like,
Checking the audio.
mhm.
Test, test, test.
Mhm.
Test. Okay. I think everything's cool.
Okay.
Mute us there. Let me log in. Who should I log in as? Myself. Rob is gonna get drank. Getting a message. Oh, security code to get into Twitch.
Happy streaming.
Thank you, darling. 63223. I submit. Oh, it actually opens the page now. God. For the longest time, like, when you do two-factor with Twitch, then it would just open a blank page. So you'd be logged in, but you'd have to go back to the page you were trying to watch. It was really irritating. It was not well done. Alright, let me minimize some stuff. Hey, I can minimize you and you don't even disappear off the stream.
Whee! Hooray! Although I am frozen.
Oh. Damn it! Alright, I guess I have to keep Discord fully open. Which is fine. Fine.
Yeah. Okay, there I go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I minimized my Discord, but let's see what happens if I put you in front of Twitch. You're still good. Okay. Brain, can you play one of the clips for me to see
I
if I
can
can
try.
I hear nothing.
Shut up and sit down.
You hear that?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't have a mixer, so that's that. But it is going into the stream. Let me. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is
I-
going
I
into the
can-
stream. So, I'll just be, queuing you as best I can.
Well, okay, let's see. If I pull up
that sense?
Discord. Well, I can't see. So
'Cause
I
it's
can't.
not. It's not going into the Discord. That sound. That sound is just playing on my desktop.
Right, but I can't see you to be queued, and you're
Oh, that's
very
right.
delayed. So I'm just I guess text like write just when I should go, just write go and
All right. Are you hosting?
yeah, I'm hosting.
Okay. Yeah, because that makes that trickier. Or I could just, screw it. We could just do it without it, and I can stick the bumpers in later.
Okay.
Then
if
we
you
don't
wanna
have to
do
worry
that.
about. I think that's easier than trying to time things blind. I will buy a goddamn stream deck. My birthday's in September. I'm thinking that's going to be it. And once I have the stream deck, it's just as easy as pushing
Oh,
a button.
we already got bits. We're
Bits!
a cheer.
Hello, Steven Cogswell.
Hello!
Yay!
Yay!
Okay. So I guess we should have a show.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. You want to start now?
Sure, let's start. Where's my notes?
All right. Just tell me when you got your notes up and.
My notes are up. Ready to go. You can count down. That'll help me if you leave a beat before you start for editing purposes.
Okay. And 3, 2. Hello, and welcome to episode 96 of Geek Grills, a podcast in which geeky women and sometimes guests gather to record topical conversation and then offer it to the masses. The Geek Grills podcast is supported mainly by our patrons. You can find us at www.patreon.com/grills. I'm Linda, and I'm here with my co-host September, also known as 9 of 12. Hello. It's been a while since I've seen you. We've had many, many, many technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
with the
life issues and just one thing after another. So we missed a week entirely. We had to skip a week. But we're here now.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Jen can't join us because of, I believe, a window got opened in her office and a storm blew through, and some of her equipment got soaked. So, like I said, technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's a super mess, and hopefully she can get as much as possible straightened out soon. And luckily I have a setup that, works. You're not going to hear your bumpers live today, folks. But other than that, at least you're here, and Jen will be able to, if nothing else, Skype in next time around from her phone.
Hopefully she'll have stuff fixed by then, but
Yeah.
we'll just have to see. So, Ember, what have you been up to?
Oh, well, my new podcast started. We have 2 episodes up now. It's called Heresy and Hearsay. So me and Barney are talking religion and politics. He wants to reclaim the Bible. He's all about that from the religious right. I don't lean that way spiritually, but I certainly know a lot about politics. So we have really interesting current event discussions. We talked about immigration the first week. The next week we talked about Me Too. And we're deciding on our next topic, and we should be going live sometime Thursday. I'm still working on getting our RSS feed so you can get it as a podcast, but right now you can find it on YouTube. I got some shit stolen.
Oh no.
That's terrible.
Yikes.
Well, and it's funny because it's like women being oppressed by fashion, right? We have lousy pockets.
Yeah.
It's like, at least we don't have to wear 15 layers of corsets now and shit, but all our pockets suck. So I was washing my car at the car wash with the boys, and apparently my wallet fell out. And
No.
I thought, maybe it's in the couch, or I
Kitty.
just left it in the other.
Kitty, please. Kitty. Get down, Kitty. Sorry. Okay.
Okay. Or I left it in the other purse. So I was like, I'll give it a day, and maybe it'll turn up. Oh, no. I'm at the pub having a pint, and I start getting all the text alerts from my bank. Because somebody was trying to charge the world. And they were using my debit card and my PayPal card, which is linked to my bank account. So this is still untangling. I had, because once, the bank had stopped stuff. They missed 2. I have to wait for the fraud investigation to complete to get that money untied. Excuse me. But then, PayPal, they couldn't do anything while they were still processing, so they had to process first. So then they basically tried to take the money out of the bank again because it was overflow. I don't have hundreds and hundreds of dollars in my Patreon.
Yeah.
Or my PayPal. Same thing. It's linked there. So that was horrifying. So it's just this ongoing saga of trying to fraud report and waiting for those two to juggle until I have access to money back. Had to get all new cards and stuff and a new license. So I did set up fraud alerts. At least I have a clue. Hi,
Yeah.
Jen. We wish you were here too.
Oh, hello.
Jen's here in the chat.
Hello, Jen.
And
You're here in spirit
yes.
and chat.
And just, so that's just been discouraging and painful. And they're charging Walmart.com like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, Amazon, Straight Talk Wireless, so the works. And I was so frustrated, and I don't understand why these companies don't have a policy to do a fucking thing about it. Because they were trying to have things shipped to them. I'm like, you have an address. I was talking to the online guy from Walmart. I'm like, you have an address. They were trying to get things shipped to them. He's like, well, I can give you the order details if you have the billing address. I gave him, my billing address. It didn't match. So they the charge should have never even tried to go through, because the moron trying to use my credit card apparently couldn't read my address off my license to even do the billing information correctly. So I couldn't get the person's information, but I'm like, but you have it, and people are trying to rip you off. Go after them.
Yeah.
Like, I have to get a subpoena for that? No, that's just stupid. So anyway, on a brighter note, Pokemon Go has been crazy bunch of fun. A little hectic, but I got a lot of exercise because the humidity went down and there were walkable days and events 2 days in a row. I wasn't even fully aware of the Articuno thing, what was going on, but it was, not only was Articuno out, but it popped at every single gym. And everyone got 5 free raid passes. So I go out and I do a raid. I do another raid. I'm like, why did I get another raid pass? They're like, you get 5. I'm like, oh my god, and I have 3. Like, I could use my account, my son's account, and my husband went home. He wasn't dealing with any of that. But so I did a bunch of that, and then the next day was Squirtle. Squirtle. So I went out and I got all the Squirtles, and I got shiny Squirtles, and so these Squirtles with the sunglasses. And evolved them into Blastoises on 2 accounts. So, and Rob went with me for like the whole thing. We walked for like 3 hours. Well, not for the whole 3 hours. The first hour we walked a little downtown and then got a sandwich. But that was lots of fun, and all the poker people were out, and a lot of new ones. So every time you hear that, who plays Pokemon Go anymore? Well, lots.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised when they did the friend thing, and just all of a sudden, like, all over my Facebook, they were like, my friends were like, I have a Pokemon Go account. Here's my friend code. Here's my friend code. Friend me. And it's just like, okay.
All the presents. The presents.
All
are
the
cool.
presents. Yeah.
And one of the best things, I'm a little overflowing with presents because I have, 40 friends or something. And you can get these special eggs with Alolan. My kids keep correcting me. It's Alolan. There's an extra L, Mom. But you can hatch these special Pokemon out of there. And I don't want to miss out on getting those eggs, but I don't have like 9 or 12 incubators going all the time. Who could afford that?
Yeah.
So I'm like not opening presents until I hatch an egg. But, more motivation to walk, which is theoretically what we're doing this for, right?
That's true. I'm gonna try and get to walk more, especially now that I'm in, we're in a house now.
Yes.
Which Sure, segue. So what I've been doing, for those of you who are not just listening and can see, I'm in a different room. It's very echoey right now because it's full of boxes still, because I haven't unpacked it yet. But we moved to a house, and we're still renting. But it's not an apartment anymore, and it's amazing. I love it. But we're obviously still in the process of unpacking. I'm looking forward to decorating my office in particular, because I've got all of my they're over there, just all of my pictures I've gotten in the past from Dragon Con and other conventions. But it's great. The cats are settling in. They were a little freaked out the first couple of days, but they're pretty chill now, which is good. We have a fig tree in the backyard and a pear tree in the front yard.
Ooh.
So, and one of my friends makes jam, so I'm gonna at least try and get her to make me fig preserves, maybe, or jam, or whatever she does with it. She does magic.
Yes, I had someone come to a party I had once, and they brought figs that they had stuffed with blue cheese and wrapped in bacon, and then broiled. And holy crap, that was good.
I'm hoping that I have a bumper crop, as it were, because I figured out what the tree was by asking online, and then I immediately went into Google and I was like, how do you harvest figs? And when do you harvest figs?
Yeah.
But apparently it's the end of July into August, so soon.
Yeah. You know, the lady who used to own my house lives not far from here, and she used to bring me figs, and she doesn't anymore. But now you have me craving figs, and I might have to go bother her.
Let's see. Other than moving, lordy, I've gotten muscles, actually. Like, my muscles have gotten bigger from just moving boxes.
Awesome.
Yeah. I've been playing, there's a mobile game, Transformers Forged to Fight. It came out a while ago, but my phone that I had at the time didn't have enough memory or space to like have the app, and my tablet was too old to support it, so I couldn't get it. But now I got it. It is fun and kind of mindless, because all you're doing is, it's a fighting game. You're just tapping on the screen and like making them transform, and it's got just enough of like a story to keep it from being a Smash Brothers ripoff. But you know, I have fun.
That's what it's about, just fun. Like I have my 2 mobile games that I've been playing kind of a long time now, so.
Yeah, I've been playing Pokemon Go, as well. I've sent you presents, and you have sent me presents.
Yes.
And unfortunately, it's in a box somewhere. But I actually finished up the Squirtle, and I could have shown it and been like, hey, look, Squirtle for the Squirtle event, but he's packed.
Aw.
In a box.
It would be really cute if you carried it around with you for the event.
The 2 phrases that have been going around the house are, where's the thing in a box, and what is this switch for?
Oh.
We had 2 mystery switches that we didn't know where they went for a while. We were like, what is this even for? It turns out they're for floodlights on the sides of the house.
So meanwhile, you're flicking the neighbors.
Yeah, off and on, doing Morse code. Like, what does this go to?
I thought it was going to be like ones that control outlets.
Yeah, we thought so too, but the house, you know, unlike the apartment we were in, has ceiling lights in every room.
Okay.
So we don't actually, I don't think we have any switched outlets, which I'm perfectly fine with. The the apartment had only 3 of the rooms out of 6. No. Yeah, had overhead lights. The rest of them didn't have overhead lights. So there was that. Go figure.
Go figure.
All right, I'm not gonna put the cap on my water bottle. I'm looking at you, cat. Do not jump up here and tip my water bottle.
They're trying to get.
They're still they still get freaked out when I shut doors. So I've got my office door open right now, and she's just sitting in the doorway, just like, I'm cool. Just don't shut the door. I'm gonna start singing you the sad song of my people.
Yeah, they do that. But at least they're, they have comfy furniture to snuggle with that is familiar, right?
Yeah, and I just brought their cat bed. Because we still have a couple of things over at the old place. We've got till the end of the month to get everything out. So I brought their cat bed, and immediately the big one was like, hop and curl. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, were you missing that? But, yeah, I guess we can move along to the Geek Grapevine. So, did you do the first one?
Nope. But I can take it.
Okay, you take it away.
Must have been Jen. Thanks, Jen, for the news.
Thank you, Jen.
I didn't put shit in here. So this Geek Tyrant hand, of course, I will, as always, put the links in the show notes and our Patreon and everything. First look at Chris Hemsworth shooting the new Men in Black film. I don't know how I feel about there being a new Men in Black film, but he looks good in a suit, huh? He cleans up good.
Yeah. cleans up real nice. Real nice.
So he's going to be playing a Men in Black agent in the film, along with Tessa Thompson, who will be his partner. Liam Neeson will be in it. Bunch of neat folks. So,
Yeah.
the script was written by the Iron Man writer. So, right, how bad can it be?
Yeah. I'm at least willing to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a watch. I liked those movies to begin with. Doesn't this look very... The image, though, to me looks very Kingsman.
It does. It very much looks like that, and I'm like, it's maybe, I don't know. Maybe if they like give him the actual like overcoat for the suit, it'll look more like Men in Black. Or if they give him actual like sunglasses, because
Yeah. But I don't know. Looks like they're going a little global with the story on it too. So who knows?
I mean, if they don't want to, they don't want to just rehash the original. So if they're going on a global scale, it'd be different.
Yeah. So who's our Sailor Moon fan?
Okay,
Both
so
of you.
that was that was me. I actually I was looking on thegeek.com for something to put in, and I saw the next one, which we're going to talk about, but I also saw the Sailor Moon theme played by Japanese original instruments, and I was like, oh, I gotta. And it's really good, actually. So it'll be in the notes, so if you want to give it a listen.
I'm looking forward to that. That looks really, really nifty.
It's really cool. I'm a sucker for like ancient or old instruments because I'm a music nerd. I have a degree, so I think what else? Like I've heard there's a bunch of like anime songs that I've heard either in, depending on what genre the anime is, it's like the original old style Japanese instruments or like old Celtic.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta see if I can find again.
Yeah, definitely. If you find that, let me know.
Yeah. What was it from? Was it Ray Earth? I can't remember. It was really cool, but I can't remember what it was. But for my musical geeky heart, I had to put that in there.
Totally.
But the one that I saw first was the smart bandages that monitor wounds and deliver drug treatments.
Wow. That's some cool tech.
Since our topic is smart devices for your home, I thought it might, tie in a little bit. So it's early stages, but they're already lab tested. So they deliver treatments in response to embedded sensors. So they're like patients that don't have a lot of mobility, and they've got like a diagram. It's so interesting.
It really is, and I love that they mention diabetic wounds in this, because I mean the first thing I thought of is my dad is he's diabetic, and he's got some wound issues going on, wound care from. And it's been just this ongoing issue over and over and over, and they put him in a hyperbaric chamber, and then that made him feel really lousy. He can't do that anymore. His heart rate went nuts, and so I mean something like this would be ideal, because wound care can be really complicated, and depending where the wound is, I mean, you need help. I mean, this could be life-changing for people that regularly have those, like when you're diabetic and then you get older and your skin gets thinner, and a little scratch can get infected so easily. Mm-hmm. And awesome.
My gran she was born in 29, so that tells you how old she is. Her skin is paper thin, and she's tottery already because she's had a couple of strokes, and so she has her walker to get around, but I'm just terrified that she's going to bump into something and just like slash her arm open. So I understand about the thinness of skin.
Yeah, and with the flesh-eating bacteria and things like that, I mean, this is amazing tech.
Yeah, it's like and also the device that distributes the medicine is like Bluetooth. Everything is Bluetooth, but I find that super interesting.
Yeah.
So there's and they in the kind of the middle of the article, they talk about others that they've tested, like the 3D printed dressings, the fish skin covering. And this one sounds kind of terrifying, actually. A bandage that rips bacteria out of your wound, like one of those nose strips.
Yeah, that's a little...
Not sure okay.
I'm hoping that was just poorly written. That doesn't seem like a good analogy. I hope it doesn't work that way. Especially because I have particular experience with that. I tried one of those nose strips once when I was young and stupid and would care about such a thing. And it tore the skin off my nose. Yeah, I have one of those lovely agreements, like Procter & Gamble paid me off, and but I'm not allowed to sue them ever again. And a little scar on the side of my nose, which was really uncomfortable because, like, I wear glasses.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, exceptionally bad place to get it. And my doctor, like, laughed at me. I had to go... doctor, and he was like, so, that's glue, right? I was so embarrassed. So embarrassed. So, I'm sorry Jen isn't here. But, man, I was so excited. I was, like, texting and putting it in our Discord. Because this is, again, another spill down the road from me. In North Carolina, I swear. I mean, the driving here is crazy weird. Because I think everyone thinks they're in NASCAR, right? It's always so fast, so these wrecks can be extra spectacular. But it shut down because it was the 45 ramp by the 45 and the 77, which is super, like, our busiest. And it's right where that paint spilled last time that we were talking about. It's really close to there, like another ramp away. Watermelons. Watermelons everywhere.
Everywhere.
The pictures are spectacular. Hundreds of watermelons just sport.
It's like the truck is literally collapsed on its side. It looks like the top of it was opened with like a can opener and just watermelons everywhere.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, the rig had its damage and everything, but then the watermelons just went all the way across the ramp, and traffic. It took so long to clean up that it was just a mess
man.
here. Traffic was a mess around here all day long.
Yeah, our traffic is a mess because they've decided to do road work on like every road that I travel on. Y'all just have the fun, I guess, produce in the road. Paint and produce.
Yeah, paint, produce, chickens. What else? We've had several that have ended up being real near me over the years. Crazy NASCAR drivers, I'm telling you.
Yep. And they shouldn't be driving big rigs. Anyway.
Yeah. Well,
So-
yeah, and some of those people are really crazy. I got a guy fired once.
Oh boy.
This tractor trailer guy was driving like a maniac, getting up on my ass, passing me on my left, just to lean all the way over his passenger seat to wave a Trump sticker at me. I'm like, wow, really?
Okay. Well,
You're so angry about I don't even know. I didn't even have anything really pushy. I mean, I might have had a go vote sticker or something. I don't know, man, but this guy was losing his shit, and I, called the number on the truck when I got to the store.
yeah,
And they were
'cause-
like, wow, that's dangerous and bad and crazy. So, and then they called me back and said, so he's fired. I'm like, oh God, I hope he doesn't come find me, because my license plate is really easy to spot.
Oh. I don't know. I think he had other issues. So, shall we get into the discussion topic for this week?
Sure.
Is smart home devices. So, nowadays you can rig like your entire house to your phone. You
Yes.
can turn your lights on, you can turn your security system on and off. I think someone has gotten a rig for like appliances. I'm sure it's out there.
Well, there's some really neat just smart fridges they're advertising on TV that I love. I love that idea.
Well, I know it like takes a picture of the inside so you can see what's in there when you go shopping or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's, this one I saw the other day where you just knock on it and like knock knock and a light goes on and the front is transparent so you can just see in there without having to open the fridge.
All right.
That's pretty smart. It's pretty
It's
cool.
energy saver at least.
Yeah. Yeah, but the pictures too, so you can be at the store and go, oh, crap, I forgot to check. Now, we have the Amazon Dot, and I ended up keeping it in the kitchen. Who knew? Thought it was going to be in the living room. It was there for a little while, maybe in the bedroom, but I don't tend to use it for music. I use it for my shopping list, which is awesome, because for my entire life, I have a fridge magnet pad with a pencil attached to it on the fridge, but no one else in the household ever saw fit to write anything on it. And I would, but then I'd forget to take the piece of paper with me. So that's my part of that bad. But somehow that Dot gamifies it, or just a different sort of effort, and everybody in the house has gotten real good at just saying, hey, A-word, put milk on the list. And she says, I have added to your shopping list. And then when I get to the store, I'm not going to forget it because it's the app in my phone. And I can check off everything that is on the list, and it gets used. And then the other thing I do is I use it to get like Daily Tech News Show, like what other? There's a dictionary.com, I think, does it, word of the day. NPR news, and then there's another tech news thing. But basically, I just made it a little list of things that I want to hear, and so I say, hey, brief me. And while I'm making breakfast or making coffee or whatever, I get my little news of the day snippets, and then it just automatically put on it there itself to tell me the weather today.
Huh.
Locally. So that's super nice and handy.
Yeah, that is really. So our family did a white elephant thing this Christmas because we wanted to just like have to buy just one gift. A bunch of us ended up buying other gifts anyway, but we had the party where we were all together. We all just exchanged one, and there was a dot that was one of the gifts. Matt had it, but then it got stolen by my mom. So
Oh,
she has it at her house, and I know that they were using it for like some music. I don't know how much they're using it though. Like, I don't know. I didn't see it at their new place when they were moved in, so I don't know where it's gone. But that actually sounds like really useful. So if they're not using it, I might be like, hey, can I have the dot? Because we have Amazon Prime. I would like, and I'll see what they say. Because I could totally use that. Be like, hey, add this to the list. Add that to the list.
yeah. I mean, I love it. And you can have different kind of lists. I know there's different apps for it, other than the built-in ones that other people prefer. So, that's cool. But you can set reminders, alarms. That's another good hands-free thing when you're cooking, right? Set a timer for this or that. I use it for that a lot.
Yeah, because right now I use my phone for my timer.
Yeah, sometimes I need more timers than I have. So that's when she gets used. There's a lot of stuff on it I haven't used though. I haven't managed. There's like groups and things. We have some silly apps that will like meow at you. She responds. You can do like you do with Siri and ask silly questions and get like nerd jokes. Whether it's Monty Python stuff. And then, of course, weirdly enough, Skyrim.
Like jokes or just
Nope.
Skyrim?
You can say, hey, play Skyrim. And I saw this ad, and it had like Keegan-Michael Key, and it looked like it was a joke where he was trying to play Skyrim with it or something, and he was throwing stuff around the house, and I'm like, what is going on? And my husband, I don't play Skyrim, but my husband has. So he knows, like, the commands to use that you would, And it was, oh my god, it's actually a thing. You can install Skyrim on her and then play, and it's kind of like one of those old text adventures from back in the day, where it's, you are climbing a mountain.
And it choose your own adventure game.
Rocks
thing.
are about to fall. What do you do? I jump left. I eat the chicken. Like, whatever. I pull a weapon. Different. Yeah. I love that was really exciting that they actually bothered doing that. Like, I thought it was just this funny ad. But, yeah, there's actually an app in there. And there's, like, trivia stuff. That's fun.
I wonder if they have other game apps on there. Maybe not just Skyrim.
I don't know what other games. Anybody out there, chime in.
Yeah, chime
Let us
in.
know if you find a cool game on the Amazon device. Let me know, because I'd be certainly. All I've really found are like trivia things and song quizzes, name that tune type things.
Oh, so we're not just going to talk about the Amazon device,
Yeah.
although that's the one that's most prevalent, or not prevalent. I wouldn't even say it's the most popular. It's just the one that everyone seems to know about.
Well, I think it got cheaper quicker than some of them. The Google Home one, I don't know anyone who owns that. It seems to have exactly the same functionality. And then Apple's version of, again, the same thing was supposed to, just be, how they are. They want to be the Mercedes, right? So just, but it sounds fantastic. And that was going to be the difference. But I haven't heard good reports about that, so.
Well, I think I only know one person that's got like the Google Home, but he works for Google. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But I do love Siri, and so I would expect if I were to pay what they're charging for the Apple one, I'd have a good experience with it. Siri has definitely come a long way with the voice recognition,
Yeah.
working better and better.
And I know we have the smart TV, quote unquote smart TV that has all the apps on it. So like our Netflix is on there, the Amazon Prime is on there, Hulu, HBO Go through our Comcast is through the TV because it's got the app there.
Yeah, our most recent TV is a smart TV. And it's really neat. It allowed me to take the Roku and put it on the upstairs TV to access a lot more content that way. Because, I mean, that one doesn't even have a cable box attached to it, but I can connect to Spectrum app using the Roku on the dumb TV. So that worked out. And then we have, for things the smart TV can't quite cope with, we've got the Xbox hooked to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got.
I'm trying to think there's like an app that lets us stream from the computer, and we have to go through the Xbox for that. The smart TV isn't quite smart enough to figure out that process. Now, do you have any other home devices like automatic lights or thermostat or anything?
Not well. Our new thermostat's very fancy, but I don't think it's Bluetooth activated. Although, speaking of like Bluetooth devices, so my husband has hearing damage. So he's actually been thinking very hard and long about getting hearing aids. He actually tested some that are Bluetooth to your phone. So you have the hearing aids, you have an app on your phone, and you can listen to stuff that's on your phone, like podcasts and whatever, but it also, that's where all the settings is on your phone, and you adjust the settings through the Bluetooth, which I thought was very, very interesting.
Yeah, that's a really great use.
They are expensive, but, if you need them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and just that level of being able to have control over it instead of basically, a speaker in your ear. And it probably allows you to detect when the battery is low, right?
Yeah. It's got a battery indicator, that's the word. It's got a battery indicator. It tells you all what, there's different settings for, if you have trouble picking out just a single person in a crowd, or if you have a lot of hearing damage, loss. There's all different settings for that. It's very, very, very in depth, and but the lady, the nurse lady, the person he was talking to that gave him them to test was like, "Oh, I don't have to explain what a Bluetooth is to you."
Right? And we do have a smart light. It's a light and a speaker in my bedroom that I control with my phone. And you can change the colors. It's got a whole color wheel to change the color of the light.
Oh, yeah. I've seen those. Those are cool.
And it plays music through... the interface isn't very good. It's supposed to play music from... it'll play it through iTunes, but it doesn't... it can't see my playlists. So it just kind of plays... Just you have all your list of songs, and you have to either keep picking or whatever. And so that's not very good. That interface needs some improvement, but it is a nifty gadget to play with and to have in the bedroom, because, we don't use the dot for music, or it would have ended up in the bedroom, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of now.
And you can
now
party.
that we're...
It goes blank, 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 You can strobe it and stuff.
Now that we're in a, actual house, I kind of want to get more of these things. just to have.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much, though. Light switches, I would love that. Because I'm the one that always has to run around the house and shut off every light in the house. So it would be nice before I go to bed to be able to go, shut those off.
Click. Yeah, we had to label ours because we have a couple of like banks of like 4 and 3, and I was like, I'm not gonna remember which of these switches is for what.
Right?
Label maker.
Oh. And I don't know. We don't have a need for a security system, but I like that idea a lot. I would totally buy into that if when you're not home and need to lock your door. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, and I think there's also the ones where you're either using your webcam or you have special cameras that are set up that you can, it'll tell you, oh, the door is open, and then you can be like, oh, let's just peek inside and see what's happening.
Yeah. And now, are you worried about privacy? Because that's the other thing. People, I think, they're really concerned about somebody being able to hack in. And I can understand that. I mean, back in the olden days when we were war dialing to find modems that we could connect to, one of the first things we ever hit on was elementary school in town. And there were selections for, like, you could look at their thermostats.
Oh.
Which nowadays, wow, kids would be all over, wrecking school to mess with something like that. Mm-hmm. We didn't mess with it. We were good people.
Yeah, and I know this, and I think this was the episode that I missed was about the laws and such, but again, with, the improvements in technology, it's just everyone else is kind of either adjusting to it or kind of scrambling to catch up, depending on how much you like technology.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too concerned about, when somebody's going to play with my lights or, But it's funny, I would expect that the smart lights would have come out way sooner than now. Because, when I was little, right, my grandmother had one.
Is it a clap-on?
No, not that.
That was the very first smart light was clap on, clap off.
No, before that. Way before that. Like, I'm talking in the 70s, early 70s. It was like a big box, and you plug it into your outlet, and it had like a dial on it with a timer. And you plug your lamp into that. And you could set the timer so that, like, if you were away from home at a certain time of night, it would turn on the light for a little while and turn it off so someone would appear to be there. But it was basically a big manual gadget that would interrupt current on a timer.
You know what's really funny is my father still has one of those. Like, when you started describing it, it was like the box with the dial. I'm like, he still has one, and he was using it. At least at the old house. I don't know if he's using it at the new house, but I know he's still using it at the old house.
It's like now people just leave their TV on, right? But
yeah,
I'm not surprised at that, and I'm not surprised it still works because boy, they don't make stuff like they used to anymore, right?
Nope. It's as older than I was.
So, given that existed and that need was, recognized, like, why didn't they get on smart lights forever ago?
I don't know. I guess maybe because technology has to the improvement of technology kind of happens with interest. So maybe they weren't interested in improving lights that way because there was other things to improve, like computers, because that was right when computers started to come out, and they started to put their energy towards that. Or maybe there is somebody out there that did, but they just weren't in the mainstream, and so
You know what I think? Because I'm thinking it's probably more attached to the advent of smartphones, is what I was thinking. Like, why didn't it come right along at the same time as the smartphones? And it's probably an intersection of interest, as you said, where it's only now getting to where people who are of an age and think about those kind of things also use smartphones. Because we all do now.
yeah. All right.
But yeah, what else? There's a million little kitchen appliances. I'm not
There-
really interested
yeah.
in that. For the most part, I've got the dot for my fridge list, but if my fridge were smarter, that would be cool. I would love to have touch-free access to recipes. There's probably an app on it
Oh
I'm just
yeah.
not using.
I'm sure there's a lot of recipe apps. I just don't know which one is the best.
But if I can plug my own, like I have a database of them that well, it's not a database. I have a document of them that I made to give family members and give my children when they move and things. And it would be cool if I could have that programmed in, just so I could say, hey, how many tablespoons of poultry seasoning do I put in the firehouse chicken? And it would be smart enough to dig through and using keywords or whatever. So I don't have to
maybe-
pull that book out every time.
I mean, there may be ways there may be an app that does that already, or maybe that's a new thing that you just thought of and you need to get a programmer to program an app for you.
Yeah. Any app programmers out there? My husband doesn't do that kind of programming. So we should copyright it or something before somebody steals it.
Yeah, you should. Let's see. I know there's I think there's smart stoves or smart ovens.
How smart. I mean, I had one a long time ago that, you can set it to shut off at a certain time. I saw one on TV the other day and it'll shut off at when it's supposed to be done and then just keep something warm. So that's pretty cool. I don't know that that's smart.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's how do
That's
we
another
define
thing.
smart, right?
Yeah, it's is it smart because it attaches to your phone, or is it smart because it does because it has apps, or what exactly is a smart?
Well,
It probably should have defined that at the beginning.
yeah, the definition on Wikipedia is a smart device is an electronic device generally connected to other devices or networks via different wireless protocols such as Bluetooth, NFC, Wi-Fi, Li-Fi, 3G, etc., that can operate to some extent interactively and autonomously.
So if your appliances were all attached to your computer, they could qualify as smart devices.
Well, and your phone.
And your phone,
Some
but-
phones are smartphones. That's a smart device. Phablets are mentioned. I don't know what the hell a phablet is. What's a phablet with PH? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. It's the first time I've heard that
I'm a
word.
bad nerd. Yeah, the notable types are smartphones, phablets and tablets, smartwatches. Oh, I have one of those. Smart bands, smart keychains, and smart speakers. So speakers are the A word and the Google and the Apple. Phablet. Oh my god. So it's like those Galaxy Note things.
Oh, okay. I would
Really,
still
it gets its own name.
I guess so. Well, marketing. I would love to get one of the Fitbits still, because maybe it would encourage me to get out more often. I haven't had a lot of time to go walking, although I've been doing a lot of lifting because of boxes recently.
I mean, maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't. I know a lot of people with them, and they really like them. I have my watch, which the Apple Watch I love it because it has a lot of detail, and it has kind of the built-in fitness situation. So I can, hit the little running man and say what I'm doing. So when I'm lifting, I have an open goal, or if I'm doing indoor walking or outdoor walking, to get more accurate tracking. But even without that, it's got this built-in 3 rings. circles that are you fill every day, and one is for like how much calories about you burned, and one is for how many times a day you stood up. Should be like 12 times in 12 hours. It'll remind you like, hey, you haven't stood up for a while. And then it's got like actually a smaller one for active exercise, and you can change what those goals are, but they are just kind of always on. And then if you go on your phone and you click on the health app that's already installed, like it'll show you your activity for the entire day. So instead of poking around on the watch or in the app trying to see every little thing, it's got a summary. And this was a really good day. I'm showing off. I worked out yesterday.
That's really cool. I like that.
But
like
you
that a
know how
lot.
many calories, and you know your it keeps track of your vitals, and we'll see. I'm going for a stress test soon, and it was my watch that let me know something weird was going on with my heart. I was sitting somewhere, and my watch like did the tap tap on my wrist, and I looked over, and it was like, hey, you know your heart rate is 140 right now? Like, are you exercising? I'm like, nope.
No.
I started to feel a little like shaky, but I didn't think anything of it. I was like, ooh, I'm a little dizzy. And it was like, oh, my heart rate spiked. And then, like, so I talked to my doctor, and now I'm going to go for a stress test. So that was really cool. And it happened one other time when I had an anxiety attack, but I mean, that I knew what triggered it. But I was like there, and I started to cry, and my watch went tap tap. Hey, your heart rate's really high. It's like, wow, that's a useful little tool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Although, interesting word of not really advice, but kind of just a funny thing. You can find a lot of these smart devices on Wish for really cheap. Don't buy them on Wish.
Not do that, no. I've bought things from Wish.
Yeah, I'll happily buy
Some
like
success,
costuming.
some not. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll happily buy costuming or little jewelry pieces.
Yeah, like I got this awesome choker, and it actually, it's kind of like red on one side, black on the other side, leather with a heart connecting them, and it's actually leather, and it was like $1. I bought a dress that I love, that I get mad compliments on all the time when I wear it, and I love it. Another dress I bought is so bad I donated it to the whole Halloween costume thing I do. Because it looked like it was going to be this beautiful Renaissance, dress, and I couldn't decide between two of them, and I got both of them, and one was like at least keepable, the other one was like Party City quality bad.
Oh God, yeah. So, smart devices on Wish are bad.
Yeah. Well, read your reviews. They're there for a reason.
Yeah. So, if you want to chime in about smart devices that you have heard of, that you have in your house, or if you think it's silly or awesome, you can email us at geekgrills@gmail.com or give us a ring at 508-474-5577. You can also tweet us at geekgrills, which I have just downloaded the Twitters, so I can see it now.
Yay!
Yay!
Love the tweets.
Yeah. We'll see.
Said twits.
The twits. So, what are you most anticipating right now, Ember?
Oh, I get more wrangling and untangling my finances. Yay! I got 3 new cards that came in the mail today. I have to register. Yay!
Yay!
But I'm gonna go see Ant-Man and the Wasp as soon as I can manage it. We were gonna maybe go today, but we decided to record. By the way, sorry everybody if we're a little off our game. Missing a week is all out of practice, and we don't know what our new time is going to be regularly yet, but at least we're here. We're doing the best we can. I'm going to go see that, and something else. I think Hotel Transylvania too. I mean, I've got Movie Pass, so I may as well, and I will report back if they nail me with their new fees. I'm I hope it's not like nationally, like, oh, this movie's in demand. If it's just my little theater, I probably never have to worry about it. So that's what I'm hoping for. When I first tried to go see Ant-Man, by the way, this weekend past, their servers were down at MoviePass.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was a suck. And our little Comic-Con is Saturday. So I'll be
Cool.
hitting that. And a former guest we had on, a woman who's a software developer and stuff, is in North Carolina, Heidi McDonald. And I am hoping to meet up with her. She's about 6 hours away. So Saturday we're hoping to meet somewhere in between. And I will report back on that joyful meeting as well. Because we've never met in person. We met on the internet.
All right. Cool.
So a lot more than was in the notes, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That's cool. I like it. Let's see.
So remember, folks, you can always come watch us record live at twitch.tv/geekgrills. We are working on setting a new regular time. Jen's schedule changed, and she's in an earlier time zone than Linda and I. So we'll let you know. Again, watch Twitter for when we figure that out.
Yep.
You can also follow us at patreon.com/grills. She normally does our update, so I'm looking quickly. Looks like we lost a patron. Well, that's a shame, but that's your opportunity to jump in and help us out. We switched to a per week format, so per episode format. So, I mean, toss $1 at us. That would be really appreciated. You can always set your monthly maximum for whatever you want. We still have codes to give away, so when you sign up on Patreon, we will give you game codes or other swag as we have it available.
Yep. Let's see. And for me this week, I've got a wedding to go to this weekend and a Glitter Dice episode to record. So Saturday is a
Yay.
wedding, Sunday is a recording. Hopefully we'll get we actually have an entire LARP room in this house, and hopefully we'll get it organized in the coming week because we have After the End, which is one of the LARPs that I play in 2 weeks.
Eek.
So we have to get all of our stuff like out of the boxes and find all of our costuming, and
That's cool, though.
yeah, it's really cool. It's like there's a closet that we can like put the costumes in, and there's drawers, and it's going to be really great as soon as we get it organized.
See, but that
So-
definitely be the challenging bit.
Yeah. And you guys can also leave us reviews on iTunes or whatever podcast catcher you use. They are free, so you could do that if you don't have the muns to help us out. You can also join our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter, and you can help us spread the word there. So, Ember, where can we find you on the interwebs?
I can be found on Twitter and Twitch at 9 of 12. That's NINEOF12. And of course, as I mentioned at the top of the show, go ahead and look for the Heresy and Hearsay show on YouTube.
I will do so, and all of you should too. You can also listen to me talk about women in gaming on Glitter Dice Podcast, which is out on the 1st of every month. And you can find me on Twitch under the name True Noob. That's TRUN00B. That's where I do my creative streams and sometimes play games. So thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh,
Good
wait.
game.
You
Oh,
gotta
what?
tell everybody where they can find Jen, because she's not
Oh
here
no,
right
I
now.
forgot that.
But
You
she
have
can
to-
be found at the Jen Says on Twitter, streaming at twitch.tv/thejenplays, and you can check out roadspillproductions.com.
Yes, you can cut out that first bit where I yelled about thanks for listening.
Okay, and say it again.
Okay. Thanks for listening, everyone. Good game.
GG! Oh, sorry. That was so sloppy,
Whoa.
and I ran over what you're up to and whatever.
Oh, it's okay. It's
I was
okay.
trying to I knew I wanted to try and look up the Patreon quick rather than skip it. Mm-hmm. So I kind of got the live show reminder out of the way to give me time to go do that.
No, it's fine. Yeah, we're a little off our game today, but you know, we did the thing.
You
So
did the
that's all that
thing!
matters.
Yay! You sort of caught up. And we gotta figure out what we're doing next week and
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I need to. At some point, we should probably have another little meeting chit chat thing, because then I can go through and be like, I don't want to just start deleting things out of the out of the folders.
Yeah.
So I want to double check with you guys before I delete something. But I've been looking through to try and clean up those folders, so we'll need to do that at some point.
Okay. Yeah, see, some of these are highlighted and some are not, but they are ones we've already did, so that I'll have to update. We definitely need more devices. Or more ideas, sorry.
Yeah,
I cannot
actually-
read and talk at the same time. I'm really bad at that.
I knew exactly what you said though, so that's funny.
So that's okay. Alright, I'm gonna stop the stream. Thanks for
Okay.
listening, anybody who's there.
Yep.